Hey, Bobby, thanks for joining us. Um, what would making the playoffs mean to you personally?
It just be big just because that's, I mean, you know what you work for, you know the work you put in all year, and to have a game like this to be able to prepare for, and you know you win, you in type deal. So, you know, it'd be a big compliment for us and the team and myself as well, because you know this is what you work for.
Barry?
Hi, Bobby. Year two for you at safety. It's gone well in our eyes, but just in your words, how has it gone for you? Are you happy with how you played through 16 weeks at safety?
I mean, you know, you can definitely be better from time to time, and you know, just getting better each and every week was one of my goals that I started every at the beginning of the year. And you know, if you're getting better every week and you're making plays and doing your job, doing what you're supposed to do, ain't too much more people can ask of you. So just trying to be better every week, and like this week is another week you try to get better. And you know, there's always things you can correct and fix in your game, and you know, there's you only get 16 opportunities to go out there and do it. So you know, I wouldn't necessarily say, oh, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and judge myself on how I play, but I just know I want to get better, keep getting better, and keep making plays.
Travis?
Hey, Bobby, obviously second matchup with the Bills this year, played them back in week 2. How would you say you guys have evolved as a defense since week 2, and how would you say their passing attack of the Buffalo Bills has evolved since that game?
We know that, you know, the Bills are playing really good football right now. Josh Allen's playing at a high level. Stephon Diggs playing at a high level. Cole Beasley's playing at a high level. Offensively, they're playing really well. Their defenses are good. Their defense has always been good. So we know what we're up against. We know it's going to be a hard-fought game. It's going to be a dogfight to the end, and that's what we're prepared for.
Joe?
Hey, Bobby, Coach Flo said something earlier this week. He told us that Coach Kurt Kuntz leads a lot of the third down meetings, and I haven't gotten to know him yet. Can you tell me what his approach is like?
He's just very detailed in his explanations of what's going on throughout the week and third downs, as he said. Very detailed, very good coach, and you know, he helps us out because, you know, I'm not. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we're one of the top third down teams in the league. So, you know, give him his credit when credit's due.
Hey, Raekwon, I'm wondering what it's like to watch a football game when you're a football player of a team that you want to win. Of course, I mean Alabama. But what's that like when you want them to win, but there's nothing much you can do about it, right?
Yeah, I most definitely I want them to win. I want them to go out there and destroy them boys. But yeah, as soon as I get done with this, I'm gonna go home, get everything ready, get everything situated. I'm gonna have my eye on that game.
Barry?
Hi, Raekwon. We're not sure when we'll talk to you again. I was just going to ask you your play this year. It's obviously been encouraging. How close are you to how good you think you can be as an NFL player?
Not even close yet. Not even close. Nowhere near close.
Alan?
Hey, Raekwon. So going back to the Bama game, how much trash talking have you been doing with Durham Smythe?
Nah, I mean I don't really trash talk. You know what I'm saying? I don't do all that trash talking. But I just, you know, I hear all this stuff, you know what I'm saying, what's going on, and I just let it go through one ear after the other.
Joe?
So, Raekwon, the latest forecast for Buffalo is just a little bit of wintry mix. Not that bad, maybe in the 30s, maybe an inch of snow. Have you played a game with a little bit of snow or frozen rain or sleet or anything like that?
No, I never played a game like that. It might be fun. I might get on the field with a snowman, snow angel.
Hi, Austin. We're not sure when we'll get a chance to talk to you again after today. It could be many months. So I was going to ask you if you could please just reflect on the rookie season, what you think you've done well and where you think you need to improve moving forward.
What I think I've done well, I think I've done a good job, just showing up every day and getting better. You know, there's a lot of new things, new adjustments from college to the pros, but one little thing I try to live by is, try not to make the same mistake twice. So, whenever I come into a situation, make sure I do what I got to do to get past it, get better, just make sure I'm getting better every single day. And things to improve on, it's a lot of things you can get better on, especially when, your goal is to be the best. So, I'm always going to be working to get better and better at everything.
Joe?
Hey, Austin, good to see you. Many players make jumps between their freshman and sophomore seasons in college and their first and second years in the NFL. How strongly do you feel that you will be a much better player next season?
How strongly do I feel? I mean, I feel pretty strong about it. Like you said, the game slows down the longer you play. I think, first year you learn a lot. Second year, kind of have a handle more. So I would say I would expect to get a lot better next year. And then the year after that, and then the year after that.
Omar?
Austin, I want to ask you about Myles Gaskin. Statistically, he is the 9th most productive player in the NFL per game with 99.4 yards a game. What has he done this season, particularly in the run game, that has led to that kind of success?
Being a dog, I guess. He does it all. He throwing the ball, get yards, make people miss. Running the ball, he's gonna hit the gap. He's gonna find an opening, get through, break arm tackles. And that's just kind of his mentality. He just every play lines up like it's a new play and comes with aggression. So, I think that's how he does it. Kudos to him.
Dolphin?
Hey, Austin. Thanks for joining us today. I don't know if we spoke about this with you much during this season, but did you have any experience playing right tackle ever in high school or college before joining the team?
Yeah, you've asked me that a couple times.
Okay, just making sure.
But I did play right tackle my freshman year of college. And I can play anywhere on the O-line, really.
Travis?
Hey, Austin, wanted to ask you about Jerry Hughes and the rest of that Bills pass rush. What are you doing to get ready for them, and what are some of the challenges they present to your offensive line and pass pro?
What are the challenges they present to our offensive line and pass pro? They're good at rush. They're good rushers. They have 2 10-year guys on the end, so a good rating. I think only thing we have to do is just be decisive and execute. That's it. They're a great team, so we're gonna have to bring our A game, especially to them. Like I said earlier, they played a long time. They got a lot of tools in their belt, so just making sure we show up to the party ready.
Al?
Hi. Looking back on your rookie year once again, what's one thing that comes to mind as far as something about your NFL experience that surprised you?
COVID for sure, but I'll never forget pregame warm-up against the Patriots, first game of the year. I'm just walking on the field like, wow, this is really the Patriots Stadium. And I see Cam Newton running right past me. Like, first time ever seeing Cam Newton. That was probably like the most kind of surreal moment in the NFL. Like, I love getting down and playing football every day, but that's when stuff like that, that's when it really hits you where you are. And seeing guys you've been watching on TV since middle school, So.
It looks like there's hold on, we'll go to Jose.
Thank you, Austin. On that same line, I wanted to ask you about your relationship with Coach Flores during the year, and also this week. Has there been any sense of urgency or anything different in practice, knowing what you're playing for on Sunday? Thank you.
Relationship with Coach Flores. It's good. It's good. But he's not talking to you is good. That means you're not messing up. So he doesn't talk to me too much. So that's a good thing. And then the other part of your question, I don't remember. Sorry. Can you repeat it?
Yeah. Yeah, it was just about if there was anything different this week, knowing what you're playing for, a sense of urgency, something different that you sensed during the week. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Well, it's definitely a big game. You can't hide it. I mean, you don't want to do anything out of the ordinary, because when you start trying to do too much, I think it's where you get away from your identity. So, we know it's a big game, but we know what we got to do to execute. And one little piece of advice is, you don't want to get too high, you don't want to get too low, but you want to execute and do your job, because getting too down and too up, it brings too many other issues.
We'll take two more here, Safid.
Austin, you mentioned Cam Newton. Were there any other defensive ends or defensive players you went up against that you had some familiarity with coming in, but when you saw them in person, you were kind of taken back at first?
No, not really. Of course, there's a lot of defensive ends and guys on defense that there's a lot of different people. Yeah, it feels like every week there's someone new that I used to watch on TV or draft in like my little Madden fantasy. So, it's like that every week. But now I'm more used to it. But for Cam Newton to be the first one I see, that was like, whoa, that was different. So, but I see different people every day that it's just like, wow, I remember you, stuff like that. So,
Our last one, Barry.
Austin, I was going to ask you, what specifically have you and Solomon and Rob Hunt had a competition about? Number of pancake blocks, fewest sacks allowed? What have you been competing with just playfully among the three of you, and what's the prize for the winner?
Well, we compete in everything we do, so I don't think there's a set prize. We don't have a set prize. It was more like see someone off their A game, you would go correct them. You'll let them know. That's what we do. But luckily for us, we're usually on the same page for the most part about how we want to dominate. So that's a good thing for us.